No gum for my video. I'm going to start a new series today. This is a series called Aimee Sings in Her Car. Super exciting. And these will be mini lessons to show you what you can practice while you're driving. In this video, we're going to talk about singing the chord changes by just singing the bass notes. So I'm going to take a song that's kind of difficult, one that I know has a lot of chord changes and goes through some different tonal centers as we move through the chart. I'm choosing All the Things You Are. And I'm going to sing it in the key of E flat. That's a little more comfortable for my voice than the original A flat. So that makes my first chord a C minor. All I'm going to do is try to sing the bass notes. So there's my C, and I'm gonna say the names of the notes as I sing them, and I might snap too so that we keep time. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, A, D, G, G, C, F, B flat, E flat, E, A, D, E, A, D, C sharp, F sharp, B, G, C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, A flat, G, C, F, B flat, E flat, and there we go, we made it through the tune. While I'm singing through that, I'm definitely thinking about the name of every chord. I'm also thinking about the piano in my head. I'm seeing a keyboard. So whatever your instrument is, and hopefully it's piano because that's really helpful for singers, think about that instrument. Actually think about playing the notes. You can put your hand on your leg if you want to pretend to play a piano. Now those were just bass notes, and I know in my head the flavor of every chord, whether it's major or minor or half diminished or whatever, but I didn't say them. So if that's trouble for you, you should actually say those. So you start on your C minor, and you would say C minor, F minor, B flat 7, E flat major, A flat major, A minor, D7, G major, and you can walk through the whole tune like that also. It's helpful. This does a lot of things for you. It helps you practice the chart in your mind. It can help you memorize the chart so that you know all the chords. Because if you're scatting on All the Things You Are on the bandstand with your band, you have to know what all of the chords are. You can't just trust that your ear is going to take you there, because we're talking about, I mean, 4 major tonal centers in this song, and we've got 2 5s that lead us into them. Here and there we have like skips to difficult dominant chords to hear. It's too hard to say, okay, I'm just gonna wing it. You never wing it on All the Things You Are. You never wing it. You can wing it on a blues. I mean, I don't want you to, but you could, because your ear is used to hearing the blues enough that you can sing your own melody that'll come out because you have an ear and some imagination. That'll happen. It won't happen on All the Things You Are. It'll happen for the first 4 bars maybe. But as soon as we go to that tricky part where it's gonna shift us into our major key, G major in this chord, in this key, you won't be there. Even if you make it to that, you're not gonna make it to the next one if you're just relying on your good ear. Now, the goal is to listen to All the Things You Are and sing All the Things You Are enough times so that it becomes like a blues to you. Now that's cool. And all the cats that are good players, all the things you are is like a blues to them. So it's familiar enough that they totally know how it's gonna sound, and they don't have to think about the chords anymore. All they think about is how they feel, and the beautiful melody, the arcing melody that goes over all of these chords. And that's when music happens for reals. That's the lucky car wash. If you're in a car, it's difficult to check your pitch. So what I recommend you doing is, you've got your tuning app on your phone. I'm sure you do. On my phone, I have this folder that I made for my apps called Music. And in that folder, I've got a tuning app, I've got a metronome app, I've got my apps like Spotify and SoundCloud, and I think I've also got and I have iRealBook also. That's there in my little music folder. So those are just always at my command right there in my phone. So you need to start yourself on the note that you're going to start on. Make sure that you're right in tune with your phone, and then when you're done, go back and check yourself on your phone. Make sure that you're right in tune. Of course, you can do this at your piano too, and then you can check yourself every step of the way and make sure that every note you hit is right in tune. I'm a stickler for in tune. There's so much construction on this freeway. Can you tell over here? All right, that's it for Aimee Nolte Music today. It's been the first episode of Aimee Sings in Her Car, Singing in Our Cars. I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but it's the first one. And thanks for joining me for it and for singing all these bass notes. I hope that you get some good practice. You might want to start with a simpler song, but do something that challenges you. You're not gonna learn unless you do something that you already can't do. All right, everybody, have a great day, and thanks for being here on Aimee Nolte Music.